Here we go. I'm going to have to turn this light up again. It just switched out. It just switched up with me. Okay, so Carl Radle. I wanted to talk about Carl Radle. He was a good guy, wasn't he?
He was a really good guy. He lived down. He had a red setter named Dixie, and he lived just down the street and around the corner from Delaney and Bonnie on Matilaha. But he lived about, I guess it was like 4 or 5 blocks away, and he had a Triumph Bonneville motorcycle.
A Triumph?
Yeah, Triumph Bonneville motorcycle that he let me ride. The only place in LA I'd seen is like Delaney and Bonnie's house. That was in Hawthorne. That's where that was. And I said something else the other day. I said Moore Park, but it's Hawthorne. The only place I'd ever seen out there when I went to California was Delaney and Bonnie's place in Hawthorne, and the plantation, pretty much. So I hadn't really explored. He let me take that motorcycle, and I rode all up through Mulholland Drive and Hollywood Hills, finding my way around down in Hollywood on his Triumph.
Right. Well, who was he playing with before Delaney and Bonnie, before you guys?
Gary Lewis and the Playboys. I have This Diamond Ring Doesn't Shine For Me Anymore. He was playing with them, and he was doing a lot of session stuff. Doing a lot of stuff with Leon as well.
So is that how you made the connection, how Delaney and them made the connection with having Carl play with you guys?
I reckon. I reckon that was it, because Gary Gilmore was a one that was considered. He played with Taj Mahal as well. But it was like it was a clique of all these people from Oklahoma. Were there. It was like there was a trail blazed between, like Junior Markham and all these people back and forth between Tulsa and right there where we were, exactly in that spot on Matilaha.
That would include Leon.
That would include Leon. He had a house on Sky Hill Drive that he was doing something with Mark Beno. And Leon had a place up on Sky Hill Drive. I had a monkey, I had a spider monkey. That monkey was up to no good. Monkey business. But anyway, it was opened my eyes. I like I said before, I hadn't been further than Texarkana, Texas,
So Carl was a bit of a songwriter as well, wasn't he?
He did. He wrote some songs. In the beginning, he was writing...
with Gary and the Playboys, was he?
No, I don't know about them. But with Delaney, he was working with Delaney on some songs and stuff. And he actually wrote Never Ending Song of Love. He came up with the whole idea and sang it to Delaney, and Delaney finished it and typically didn't give him credit, So Carl, that was the end of it for Carl.
Well, can you describe that situation? Because you were getting on a bus, you were talking about how Carl got on the bus after.
Oh, we were getting ready to go somewhere, and as a band. And he had been writing with Delaney, and he got on the bus, and boy, he was real. But
before that happened, did he tell you about the song? Did he?
Yeah. He played it for me. Played it for what he was doing. His girlfriend's name was Judy, and I went down there to pick the motorcycle up, and he said, "Hey man, what do you think of this?" And he started playing me "Never Ending Song of Love."
Really, and on the guitar?
And he was. So he's going to take it to Delaney and finish it out. He did. And Delaney didn't give him any credit. Recorded it and didn't give really disheartened Carl. And he didn't write anymore after that. I think he got some credit on a song called Motherless Children with Eric.
Right. Well, what I was going to go back to is like you said you were all getting on the bus, you were going somewhere. Didn't the record come out and his name wasn't on it or something like that?
That's what I said.
I missed that.
Yeah. His name wasn't on it,
But I mean, the record came out. The record came out, did it not? And then
Never Ending Song of Love. And it was good. It was a good song. A really good song. Ray Charles recorded that as well. According to Delaney.
Yeah.
But Delaney, it beats the heck out of me. I mean, this man was absolute genius.
Oh, what is
He was absolute genius at everything he did, and he didn't have to steal from anybody, but he would take from it, and he told me, he says, take from me, take everything from me. I'm here as your teacher, so take everything from me.
Well, don't you know?
Well, that was just letting me know that he was going to take everything from me.
That's an open door to let you know.
But that's all right. I have nothing but
what was
gratitude for my time spent with Delaney.
What was your favorite Delaney song? There are some of those early ones are just amazing. What was your favorite Delaney song?
Gift of Love. Yeah. Oh man, look into the face of a common man, and he kneels and feels his new proud land, turns his grateful eyes to the skies above, turn around and see a woman smile as she sees to the needs of a baby child. Just plain old people, but they got the gift of love. The gift of love, the gift of love, makes the poorest man on earth a millionaire. The gift of love, 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 the gift of love. Open your heart and look around you, love is everywhere. Open up and look around you, love is everywhere. Open your heart and look around you, love is everywhere. He had great songs like that, and he wrote another song called The Ghetto. He was real upset that Mac Davis wrote In the Ghetto, because Mac and Delaney were big friends and songwriting buddies. But Mac wrote In the Ghetto, and Delaney had written The Ghetto. Oh, what a beautiful, beautiful song. And so when we were starting, everything was real pure. It wasn't devious and nobody taken from anybody. Everybody was given. A lot of people were taking more than they were given. But it was all there. The lesson to be learned was right there before you, he told me many times that he was my teacher. And sure enough, I understood what Delaney was telling me and trying to show me. He was trying to show me the way, to freedom in my musical self, and open up and look at the world a little bit differently and songwriting differently. And being able to tell the story, and it was an amazing time for me, and the time I spent with him, I learned to keep my mouth shut, except for when I was singing, and keep my eyes and my ears wide open, because I was surrounded with greatness, Leon Russell, Delaney Bramlett, all the musicians, Chuck Blackwell, Jimmy Carstein, Indian Ed Davis, and Gary Gilmore. There's just all the Mark Beno. Everybody that was in that little.
There was a bunch of you.
Group,
yeah.
And it went out from there.
Yeah.
Everybody was there for the same reason. It wasn't there to make a bunch of money because I've never known a bunch of money to be made in the music business. They were there to give, and everybody.
Only by the managers and the record companies.
Oh, the managers and record companies, they'd take it all, But
one other thing to sort of just straighten out. I know that it's been a kind of a crux. What do you call that? Never mind. Wrong word. Anyway, Country Life.
Oh yeah, that's my song. But I recorded it on my first record.
Right.
With Delaney and Bonnie sang it, and next thing you know, I'm in Mississippi. All right, it's a cut. A couple of decades later, I'm in Mississippi, and I get a call from Delaney that he had recorded Country Life. And I thought that was pretty cool, Delaney recording country. But what he did, he wrote a whole other intro to it and called the song his. Once again, Delaney strikes again. But he took writer's credits for my song, and it made it like that he and I wrote it together.
Right. Well, your records came out almost exactly at the same time. Those two particular records you're talking about. When he did Country Life, you also did.
I'm talking about the Country Life down at the end of the road.
That's the one I'm talking about.
I didn't know about all of it until it was way too late.
Yeah.
You know, nothing, can't say anything about it except that was my song and he ripped me off again.
And can you tell me the story of Country Life?
I was just missing home. And, you know, oh, to be back in Tennessee, baby, you and me once again. You know, it was just a real graphic song, you know, about sun shining early in the morning and you can hear the old rooster call and stuff. But that was it. It was one of my first songs. Yeah, I think that was my fourth song I ever did write.
So did you play that to Delaney or
Yeah, well, they sang on it.
Oh, that's right.
They sang on my record. You know.
From my recollection, your version on your record and their version, those records came out almost exactly at the same time.
Well, I don't remember that because I wasn't keeping up and still don't keep up with anybody's business and what they're doing. You know, I don't keep up with nothing, you know.
Yeah, I know.
I do something that's gone. I don't have a stereo. We don't have a television. I haven't listened to the Layla album probably maybe 3 times in my entire life. You know, All Things Must Pass. I'll keep promising we're going to get a stereo so I can put all that on and so I can listen to it. I haven't listened to All Things Must Pass probably but maybe twice. Me and Bobby Keys he said, this is a great record, B-Dubs. He said, we're going to have to listen and give it another listen. So we listened to it 2 or 3 times at Bobby's house years ago. But really, I'm busy doing what I'm doing now. I'm not back there doing anything, you know. I move forward. It's like,
Oh, it's always good to move forward, not backwards.
yeah. Don't look back. Like I told my grandson, he's doing real well. He's got a beautiful future, and I told him, I said, congratulations on getting out of school. You know, you're gonna have a great life. Don't look back. He's the fastest person in Mississippi. He's a runner. Brock Kelly is his name.